Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
I'll be back.
Hey everybody, we're back. It's episode 6 now.
Yeah.
I'm losing track of this.
Are we?
What year is it?
10 to
What
12
year?
minutes.
What episode? Why am I saying it like a crap Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I've heard you do better.
Yes, we are back. 2T. I finally got the title of the bloody show I've done right. Not T2.
Well done, that man.
Where we dismantle the Terminator films bolt by bolt and screw by screw. We are now in episode 6. That means we are starting from 10 minutes into the film, where Carl Reese has just put on his lovely Night Vandal sneakers in the photo booth and put his legs under the curtain. And he's run off around a bloody department store, hasn't he? So yeah.
So yeah, he's currently shimmying down a pipe.
Shimmy, shimmy.
Very nimble, one might say, considering he's just travelled through time.
Travel
That's
through
right.
time.
And he's stealing a cop car.
We're just going to describe what's in the scene because there's not much dialogue and it's more of the same.
And he's got
Just
a
run-
gun!
He's
Actually,
run
those
into
two
a busy
people
place with a gun.
When they see him come out with a gun, I wonder if they're actual people.
Is there people in the street?
As in not in the film.
Would they not have shut the street down, though, for this kind of movie? Considering there are guns and police.
Okay, let's go back just to give people a heads up as to the time code as where it is. 10 minutes 35 seconds into the film, Kyle is stealing a shotgun from the police car after he gets out of the back of the department store and he runs out of the alleyway holding the gun. And there are two people in the background who like go, oh fuck, and they like back away into the doorway of the store like a few shops down. Do you think they're actual people who
Or
just...
background engineers.
No, I'm just saying though, is their reaction genuine? Do you think they're actually like extras in the film who are like, oh, a man with a gun, or they were just because they were filming kind of on the lam, as it were, and not, I think legally it's sometimes downtown LA.
I reckon they would have had to have. I reckon all this. Personally, I think it would have been staged.
I imagine the can lady with the shopping cart and stuff, but I just the way those people just back into that doorway as if to go, Christ, it's a person with a gun.
Yeah, could have
But
been.
would that not be
Could have been
more
ad-libbed.
commonplace in downtown LA?
Yeah, but I just think it's like a moment no one ever really noticed.
And maybe the camera might have made them think they're
They
making a
back up.
film.
Yeah.
Connor. Now, there's some trivia to do with Sarah Connor's number in the thing, which is now I've forgotten.
That's useful.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I think it's yeah, that's what it is. 4431, which I think is the lady that gets shot, the wrong Sarah Connor by Arnold, which is coming up shortly. I think the number on
20
the door.
times in the head.
The really
doing it.
dowdy looking one.
So yeah, Carl's
She
looking for the
deserved
phone
to
book.
die.
He's torn out the page from the phone book.
On the grounds that she's down.
Cut to scene of a young Linda.
Linda Hamilton with a giant
Linda!
feathered 80s mullet. And yeah, she's
And her
riding this,
scooter.
Oh, Linda, how benign.
I guess, looked futuristic at the time, moped.
Is that a moped? Yeah, that's got to be a moped.
And she's riding up to the restaurant, and apparently, according to the film, there's someone on a Casio keyboard right outside the restaurant just playing it as she approaches.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that? There's music playing in the film, and you just think just out of shot there's an actual orchestra or a musician,
Just waiting for you.
I will now.
and they just don't show it. They
It'll
just
play in
pan
my
by.
own mind.
So,
So
yeah.
that just happened by accident, and they just carried on.
I don't know.
they
I
just
just have a
kept it in the
feeling
movie?
it is. Yeah.
Wow.
It just seems. I don't know that. It just seems like.
Makes me feel like I should take a little Casio keyboard, but we're okay.
Oh, that bit. No, I meant the actual. I thought you meant the people like backing into the doorway.
No.
No, Ethan. No. So yeah,
Shotty.
And the restaurant is.
we're 3 minutes in. We've run out of stuff to say about this like very quiet scene.
Well, no, I was going to just say about the restaurant that she worked at as an actual restaurant as well.
It is. I'm
Big
just trying to-
Buns.
Big Buns is the name of the restaurant in the film, though. We just looked at what it's not Cantor's. That's on Fairfax in LA. That's not that one.
Wasn't it like a lady's name? Carols
No.
or something.
Not Carol's. Carrows. Carrows.
Carrows.
Carol. I think it was an Asian restaurant. Yeah, Carrows Restaurant, which is on South Fairmont Avenue in Pasadena.
Oh man, that doesn't entice me in. Big Buns.
If you want
It certainly does.
if you want to visit Big
Big
Buns,
Buns.
it's now Carrows and it's 815 South Fairmont Avenue in Pasadena,
Bring back
South
Big Buns.
Pasadena. So there you go. So yeah, it's just Carl hiding from the cops
And it's our first introduction to Linda
on a moped.
Lovely
on a
Linda.
moped.
Who's apparently meant to be 19, as discussed in the last episode, but she looks all of her 28, 29 years.
Yeah.
Do you think she looks 19?
I don't no, but I think they're trying to. She's quite naive, isn't she? She's working in a big Buns restaurant.
No, but I'm saying.
She's,
Clearly, she is a
the
bit
hair, that kind of makes me think
Well,
she's
as we
quite
discussed
young.
in last episode, this is 1984.
Mm,
John Connor's 10 in episode Terminator 2.
yeah.
So that means it's 1994. And you're saying, according to the trivia on IMDb, that she's 19 allegedly in Terminator 1.
Yeah. Well, because the T-1000
Looks at her ID. Yeah.
looks at John's ID and sees when he's born.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
somehow it correlates. It says that he was obviously born 10 years before that. So
No, yeah, that's fine. But like, where.
It said, it's when she's in hospital and the doctor said that Sarah Connor is 29 years of age.
Why would they just not
I
make
don't
it
know.
39?
Consistency, I guess, for movie geeks.
Well, what do I know?
What do you know?
What do you think about this, Baron? Do you got anything to say, eminent co-host Baron Fitzgerald?
I'm just enjoying the film, to be honest.
There were actually quite a few actresses that were considered for Linda's part.
And who were they? Let's talk about Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, considering
Yeah.
there's not really a lot else we can discuss about her.
No, it's just a man walking from an alleyway and
Yeah.
someone pulling up on a moped.
Well, Glenn Close was the first
Yeah.
person to be considered.
Right,
And then there was Gina Davis.
right.
Jodie Foster, believe it or not.
Wow, really?
I can
Yeah.
see Gina Davis in this.
Jodie Foster?
Yeah, she was actually discarded by James Cameron because she's too young for the part.
I wouldn't have watched this otherwise.
Really?
I think
Nah, joking.
they've retroactively changed Sarah Connor's age then by the time they got to the sequel, because like I imagine she was meant to be her own age normally in this.
Well, it's interesting that they said
Jodie
no
Foster's
to Jodie.
too-
Jodie
yeah.
Foster was too young, but then they also said that Melanie Griffith was too old. Well, James Cameron obviously had a very specific age that he wanted. But no, actually, there was someone else like crazy famous that turned down the part of Sarah Connor as well. Deborah Winger.
Deborah Winger from Officer and a Gentleman.
She actually
who-
actually accepted the role, but then changed her mind last minute.
She did portions of the voice of E.T. Did you know?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Ethan,
What?
you're really pulling out the gems now.
Well, it's also another lady that did the voice of E.T. It's this like elderly actress who was, I think, in her 80s and like a heavy smoker. But I think Deborah Winger did other things. But I think she did additional voice work for E.T.
And do people find Linda attractive? Because generally in
I don't.
in movies these days, you cannot get an action movie without a chick that's hot in some form or shape. Usually they're really muscular and they may look a bit like androgynous, or they'll be really beautiful. Or
Yeah,
whereas
no,
Sarah, I think she's actually quite.
Linda doesn't do it for me, I'm afraid.
No, she doesn't do it for me either. But I kind
Not
of like,
even into.
I kind of like the fact that they didn't go for a beauty. Ben, what do you think? Is she hot?
Well, that's a bit harsh. I don't think she's ugly. She's not.
I
not
didn't
a
say she was
beauty.
ugly, but she's not a beauty, is she?
No, she's
You
just.
look at
There's something about her. There's a fieriness
look
about
at the recent Terminator. There we go. Let's bring it up to date a little bit more. Salvation. There we go.
Oh, really?
You've got the ginger chick in it.
Oh, no, she's a bit...
Yeah, but she's a lot prettier. She's a lot more feminine. I'm just making the point that in modern day action movies, like you're never gonna get a Linda Hamilton in an action movie these days.
No.
So
No,
I actually
no,
really
true.
like the fact that they chose her for that part. I don't know, I just thought it was cool. I feel I can relate to Linda. Or Linda's son.
Oh, yeah, take your pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is where the confusion is. This is Snopes.com. The voice of E.T. was by an actress called Pat Welsh, who was a heavy smoking elderly lady.
Oh.
Really?
I guess which kind of looks
On
like
the
E.T.
rough cut.
But the rough cut was Steven Spielberg asked his good friend Deborah Winger to do the voice of E.T. So I assume she was taken out. Having said that, there might still be some Deborah Winger in there, but most of it was done by Pat Welsh, including the breathing, the burps, the snorts.
All the bodily functions.
Yeah. So
Bodily
yeah.
explosions.
Yeah.
A completely unrelated movie, but Deborah Winger, who was possibly going to be Sarah Connor,
Considered for Sarah Connor.
was considered for Sarah Connor, who was the voice of E.T.
If
until
only they'd known.
Steven
only
Spielberg was
they'd
like,
known.
"That's shit. Get me Pat Welsh."
they known that it was going to be so big and that there'd be a second movie? They missed a trick there.
E.T. 2, Judgment Day. Now we're just mixing up our genres. So yeah, there we have it. That is episode 6, a quiet trundle through the world of Terminator, because it was literally a man straightening his jacket and hiding a gun under it.
And an introduction of the
And a woman driving, pulling up outside. What's the restaurant called?
Yeah.
Big Buns.
That's the one in the movie. What's the one in the?
That's the only one that matters.
Oh, is it?
I'm casting aside the actual name because it's rubbish.
I'm gonna
That's
say
not
now,
fair.
Linda Hamilton is
That's
fit.
how I feel.
Yeah, she's
Just-
fit.
So do you think she's fit?
I think she's fit. I want to keep our viewers on side. For those who like Linda Hamilton,
Any Linda
Yeah,
fans
Hamilton's
out there?
Yeah,
yes.
listeners, if you are solid right now, I'm describing the lovely Linda Hamilton. You might need to turn this off and
Linda, you
sort yourself
reside
out.
in all our hearts.
So really, this movie has something for everyone. We've got Willies, Bums,
Yeah.
Linda, Big Buns.
Exactly.
Willies?
Works at
Willies, yeah.
What's a Willy?
Sexy Linda works at Big Buns.
Look it up on Google.
Google Willy and tune in tomorrow for episode 6 of 2T, the 2-minute Terminator.
Oh, and can I just say that if anyone has anything, that
Tell
they
us, Ellie,
want
what can you just say? What have you got to add there?
if anyone wants us to discuss anything or has any points or any questions or anything that they want to bring up that's gonna happen, send us an email or a voice clip. That would be quite exciting. Then we do actually have a Gmail account that you can send those inquiries or voice clips to. It's 2minuteterminator@gmail.com, and it's the numerical 2, then minute.
Just say the number 2.
Terminator.
You confuse people.
I'm assuming that people that like Terminator are quite smart.
I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
you get it wrong.
So yeah, 2minuteterminator@gmail.com. Send us some stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you want to leave a voice clip and go, there's a scene coming up that I've got some issue with, or there's some crazy bit of trivia that you
Yeah, if
three
you know anything
buffoons
exciting.
are going to miss because you're just Googling stuff and fumbling around for the light switch in the dark, please.
Or if you have any photos of any toys or anything that you might have had, or
Yes, exactly. Good Arnold
any
Schwarzenegger
Arnold
figurines.
Schwarzenegger impersonators. If you've gone to a party and you've dressed up like the Terminator, which I know for a
Send
fact
them
that
to
my
2 minutes.
brother has.
Yes, I have.
My brother on a couple occasions, and you actually won a competition when
I
you
won
were
a
at uni.
Top Shop voucher.
He won a
It
Top
was
Shop
nice.
voucher, courtesy of the Terminator. So
Yeah,
keep dressing up people and send us those photos. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Bring
also
it
apart from
on.
that, we've now got a Twitter account, which is 2T, the 2-minute Terminator. And send pictures, ask questions, and start following us on Twitter. And we'll see you at the next episode, which is episode 7, which is 12 to 14.
Remember, we'll be back.
Boom.
Hasta la vista.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm stupid in my head. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.